It's your boy DZ, man. If you ain't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Share this video and hit that like button. The mayor of Philadelphia said she's gonna get Kensington streets cleaned up. And for those who don't know what Kensington is, it's it's a spot in Philadelphia where all the people that are addicted to fentanyl and the trank, they're all outside in tents and they're living on the streets, and they allow them to get high in these areas. And they allow them to be out there. It's like their own little world. But it's still businesses in the area that have to function. And I'm sure it's hard for them to function when the people are all strung out and they're on the curb. So the mayor is trying to clean up the area. And she done put it out there for them to get the people off the streets. And in my opinion, it's going to be real hard to do because addiction is something that you can't just say I'm done with it. Some people can do it and some people can't. But everybody just can't say that they're giving up an addiction. And these people are addicted to something that their body needs. So you can't just say that you're going to move them from what they've been used to, what the city has been allowing for so long, and say, all right, we're going to move y'all. We're going to send y'all to rehab. It's people that don't want to go. It's people that enjoy getting high, and they don't want to leave the street. So what do? Because they're going to rebel against the situation. They don't want to leave the street. They allowed this to operate so long like this, and to instantly say that these things are going to change and you're going to remove people. We're going to see how this goes. And they said they're taking up all the tents. And they said 24 people in like rehabs. But it's like a lot of people out there. It's hundreds of people out there. And I'm sure maybe even thousands, because there's a lot of people in that area that's just out there on them streets, and they look like they don't want to go anywhere. This is what they're used to. It's people that moved from different parts, different states in the surrounding area that I know personally that moved to Kensington because it was so openly where they can just get high and don't have a problem. I have a cousin that did that. And she moved because she wanted to be right there where it was at. She wanted to be in the heart of it. There's some people that just want to get high. That's what they want to do. So you can't force something upon people that want to do things a certain way where they want to get high. Addiction is major. And that addiction is physical. You can't function without it. You can't think. Your body is not going to work right without it. And these people have been doing this for so long, and they've been so involved in this. For the mayor just to say, we're going to clean it up now and we're going to do it ASAP, I commend her for taking that ability and doing that. But it's people out there that are used to that. They've been doing this for years. They've been doing it for years. And I think my cousin, she's been up there for about, it might have been 3-4 years consistently. That's where she want to be at. Because they allowed for so long for people to just be outside getting high. Needles all on the ground, all type of paraphernalia. It just looks very trashy. The value is in that area is at an all-time low. If you know what I'm talking about, it's bad out there. And I'm gonna play a clip from the news where they're talking about how they're trying to clean up the streets.
Well, tomorrow is a big day for Kensington. The Parker administration is clearing out a homeless encampment full of drugs and users there. And Jeff, people are wondering, will this be the change the neighborhood has needed for so long?
Well, if it is, it'll only be the start of it. Look, Mayor Sherelle Parker campaigned on a pledge to clean up Kensington. Tomorrow, her team takes a big shot at it. In Kensington, unrest, even fear, as those living on the streets and openly using narcotics know the city is coming. Carl, 30 years old from New York, is homeless and using street drugs.
Everyone's expecting a lot of police and arrests, and from what I know, they're going to be offering us rehabs, the people that are using. And if you don't want rehab, they're gonna start sending people to jail.
The Parker administration says it will move in the morning on a homeless encampment in a 2-block area from 2900 Kensington Ave to the 3100 block. It says social service workers will be in the lead with police and support as the homeless living in tents and makeshift shelters are directed to leave while being offered rehabilitation services. It's part of Mayor Sherelle Parker's pledge to clean up Kensington.
As long as folks like us are not seated at the table, providing a soft handoff, this is not going to work.
Roz Pichardo leads Operation Save Our City, battling overdoses and violence in the heart of Kensington. She does not believe the city has enough services to tackle the large problem.
It's the right thing to do if they have somewhere to go and if they have the right services and the right treatment.
And you don't think that's happened yet?
There is no.
Back on the street, Jay, 36 years old from Florida and using, says he's seen it before.
They came through and they made everybody take their tents down and they threatened to arrest everybody and all this. And all it did was really move people around until they were done going from one place to another, and then everybody came back.
The city says it's already pulled some 28 people off the street and into treatment. But the big test comes Wednesday morning.
I believe that they're just trying to move, not to, stop the problem. They're just trying to stop the problem in this area.
You're not sure it's going to solve much.
How can we solve anything when it's so embedded into the city?
That is much of what we heard in Kensington today. Certainly a lot of what we heard in Kensington today. People just believing that the problem is so large it'll be very hard to solve. But tomorrow, apparently around 8 or 8:30, they will move on this encampment. Now, the Parker administration says it does have rehab beds at the ready. Advocates for the homeless and folks using drugs in Kensington say they will need a lot of beds. Live here at City Hall, I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News. Folks.
Yes.
Now, the guy just said that if you don't move off the street, they're going to send you to jail. And the one lady said, and the guy said this happened before. They cleaned up the area, this area, and all people did was move to another area, and then all they did was gravitate back to the same area. And there's so many people out there, and you hear on the news they said 28 people they took to rehab. That's nowhere near a fraction of the people that's out there. There's so many people on those streets, and they all suffering from the same sickness, addiction. Everybody out there is lost. And when you in that situation, your body needs it. You don't want to go somewhere you can't have it. You don't want to go to a rehab to recover. because you in the addiction. And people that haven't been in to an addiction, they won't understand. So I don't know if the mayor doesn't understand, but to think that you just gonna force everybody to go into a treatment or a jail and that's gonna stop them from getting high, that's definitely not gonna work. Because some people already have their mind made up. They already know what they want to do. They already know that they want to get high. So we gonna see how it go with the situation and these people that they want to take and put them somewhere else. It's definitely a deep situation. They said they're going to shut Kensington down. That's what they said. They're going to shut it down. I guess they blocking the streets off. From 8 a.m. to 3. I said from 8 to 3. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. Yeah, today's Wednesday. From 8 to 3, they're going to shut the street down while they try to clear the area out. And it's like that with anything on the streets. If you push one thing and you push it off of this certain area on the street, all it's going to do is go to another area. It's not going to just stop. It's not going to just go away. These people been doing this for so long, and they've been so used to doing this. I just don't see that by them forcing people to move, these people still got to get high. They still got addictions. They still got addictions. So they're going to want to get what they need, and that's to fulfill their high. What would a plan be to get all these people from this area? And the crazy thing when you think about it, being as though they let it go for so long, I just don't understand how you're gonna force it and get the people out of there. For real.
What the city calls an encampment. A 2-block stretch of Kensington Avenue will close for 7 hours Wednesday during what the city calls an encampment resolution. Mayor Sherelle Parker's administration has vowed to tackle long-standing issues in Kensington, including its open-air drug market and homeless people. Signs posted last month warned that as of May 8th, camping and storing belongings are strictly prohibited. On Wednesday, individuals must dismantle any tents or structures that pose public health and safety hazards and obstruct the sidewalk.
Yeah, wow. So they think by just taking the people's tents and telling them, we gotta stop. Either you gonna go to a rehab or you gonna go to jail, is gonna fix the problem.
Protect us. The only way to do that is to settle your debt with Duda.
Not at all. When you involved in an addiction, you're not thinking about jail. You're not thinking about rehab. That's something that got to come from within. You got to want to clear it up yourself. You got to want to clear it up yourself. And if you don't want to clear it up yourself, you're not going to make an effort to do it. No matter who tries to force you off the street, who tries to tell you that you can't be around here and we're cleaning the area up, just gonna go somewhere else with it. And like they said, the people always come back. They might leave the area for a second, but they come back. because they so comfortable with this area. This area is what they used to. But the mayor is making an effort, though. You can say that. The mayor is making an effort. The mayor is making an effort. But when something gets so out of control like that, my personal opinion, I don't think that you just can put your foot down and say, all right, we're going to do this, and that's going to change it. There's too many people. There's too many people. Yeah, it's too many people. And what they were doing was keeping the violence in that area. So people are going to spread out, and the violence is just going to spread out. People still are going to steal, rob, and do whatever to get high. They're still going to do that. You just made it where as though it's going to go back to how they was, being in the alley, hiding, doing it. What they were doing out there, they were just doing it in public. They were getting high straight in public. They didn't care. They took over that area. That area was took over. Nobody wants to ride through Kensington because all you're going to see is a bunch of addicts leaned over suffering. And now they say they're going to take you to jail if you don't. And they do that with everything in life. When they trying to enforce something, and this is something they allowed these people to do for so long. They allowed these people to go to this designated area and get high. Now they telling them, you got to move. If you don't move, we're going to take your tent and take you to jail. Or you can just enter into the rehab. Can't forcibly make people get out of their addiction. That's something one got to come through with himself. You got to tell yourself, I want something different. I want better for myself. But you can't force it upon nobody. It's not one person I know that was addicted to something hardcore and you could forcibly get them to change their ways. I don't know anybody like that. Anybody that I ever known that got their self clean is because it was they wanted to. They had a lot of trials and tribulations and experience, and they were just tired of going through whatever they were going through. But anytime anybody was telling you need to clean up, you need to get yourself together, you look crazy, that encouraged them to go further out there. And it kept them away from the people that they felt that was trying to change them. And then when the people that I know that did come around, all of them said, I had to come around when I was ready. That was something I had to do when I was ready. It wasn't like I wasn't listening, but I had to do that when I was ready. Because when things grab a hold of your body and your emotions, that takes up all your focus. That's all you want. That's all you yearn. And we all got addictive behaviors, every human. So all these things that they make, drugs and activities, things, they're made for us to like them. So once you take a pop, you're gonna like it. Whatever drug, the design, the chemical, they test these things in the labs before they get out here. They test them on people to see the reaction. Once they know the reaction is what it is, it all goes out there. This stuff been around forever. And they coming up with new things, new drugs to have people all hooked. And what happens is it gets promoted through the music. So the music promotes it and they put the information out there. And before you know it, people are all strung out. Now we fighting another battle. We fighting another battle within the battle. And it's like those people on the street, they got loved ones too. But once you so far gone in that addiction, the people that tried to help you and see that they can't help you usually let you go, let you be, let you figure it out. And they don't want to be involved because they know what comes with that. We're going to see how this turns out from forcing these people to go somewhere else. Where they going to all migrate at? They're all going to migrate somewhere. Everybody's going to migrate somewhere. They're going to go somewhere out of that area because, yeah, they don't want to go to jail because they know if they go to jail, they're going to be sick. So they're going to move to another area, but that's where they're going to congregate at. They like a little family within themselves. So everybody's going to go and it's going to be known where they're going to go because everybody's going to be directing, yo, everybody's going here. But it's a lot of people on them streets, so for them to go to another part, it's going to be overloaded with people because they still want to indulge in them activities. They still want to get high. So is the mayor going to chase the next area, or is it just about cleaning up this area that was plagued with overwhelmingly drug use? Just to make a statement as the mayor saying, I cleaned up this area. Is the people going to come back though? Of course I think they're going to come back. Of course. You can't just stop something overnight. That's how I see it. I don't think it's just going to stop overnight. I think it's going to be a process. And it's going to be people that they send to jail behind this. Just because they're trying to make a statement. And, you know, she's just in office, so she's trying to make a statement that she's cleaning things up. And she started with the addicts. That's the first thing. We're going to clean Kensington streets up. Well, I think it's a lot more things going on where the violence is coming from than these people out here on the street. Because these people going to get that regardless. They're going to get what they want regardless because they want to get high. I wonder what y'all think about the streets of Kensington. Have y'all seen the streets of Kensington? Because they real rough. They real rough. Addicts everywhere. Leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. Is the mayor doing a good deed? Do you think it's going to help the city of Philadelphia? Or do you think it's just going to go back to what it was? But it's your boy DZ, man. Leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.